This kid's fire.
What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, What's that? What's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother, what's that, brother? What's that? What's that, brother? Brother,
Yes, boys. Welcome back to another stream. We are live tonight to speak about the breaking news that Pep Guardiola's restaurant is shutting down officially on the 20th of December. What does this mean for football? What does this mean? Are we guilty 115? Is Pep leaving the football club? Big news breaking tonight, man. But yeah, big up to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Subscribe to Jay's channel as well. Links in the description. Pulpy, Jay, what we saying, lads? We're good, yeah?
Double well, mate. Yeah, good. Been a while.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Where you been? Where you been? I feel like you've not been on the channel, hasn't it?
It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, when's the last time I come on? Actually, no, it wasn't that long ago, to be fair.
No, you was on last weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was I on after the Madrid game, I think? I think I was on after the Madrid game.
Yeah, you did come on after the Madrid game. You did.
Yeah.
You did.
See, I'm I'm loyal, bro.
Yeah. Now, but big up to you, boys. I mean, there's quite a lot to talk about, lads. I mean, we're on a 5-match winning streak, which is nice. We got Brentford tomorrow, which Pep's basically said he's going to rotate heavy. We got some transfer talk as well. Let's have a quick chat about the game tomorrow, though, because I spoke a lot about transfers this morning. Pulpy, mate, Carabao Cup, I want to win it. Yeah, I don't know how much you care about it, but Pep's indicated that he's going to rotate. The players look knackered. What do you reckon in this game? Do you reckon that we do need to rotate, or would you go straight? Because the thing is as well, yeah, we don't really want this streak to end, man. We're on a 5-match winning streak, innit?
Yeah, I think you'll probably see a bit of 6 changes. One's a guarantee to be a keeper, right? And Kuznanov's probably going to play. Ake's probably going to play. Ait-Nouri is probably going to play. Nunes is probably going to play. And I'd say Semenyo, the rest of them, he's probably going to be picked from the rest that I've played at the weekend and just go from there. Yeah.
I just
6 changes. I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, I fucking really don't want to lose this game, man. I'll be real with you. Like, I want to win it. I do want to win it. But at the same time, I know we can't play our strongest 11, man, because the boys are knackered. You know what I'm saying?
Pep will want to play his strongest 11, but I think his comments about Leverkusen when he realised that it wasn't enough mature players on the pitch, I think he'll probably realise that if you can get the job done after an hour, you bring them off and it's fine. And it's not like they played a game, is it? For an hour's football, they can recover in time. So I think it's about being efficient and getting the job done.
And it's 2 home games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Brentford at home, West Ham at home. He might be a little bit more
we can rotate tomorrow night, and then potentially that we can put the other side of that rotation in at the weekend. And, you know, we need players. If we are going to be challenging for that, we need these lads that are coming in, like Ake and Kuznov and that, to be able to hit the ground running with some good performances. You know, and I know he needs a game time. Marmouche needs a game time, doesn't he? So
they're not here, though.
But they still need game time, don't they? They're not going to want to go to the AFCON, are they? Have not kicked a ball all season.
No, they've gone now.
Have they gone now? I thought it was going after this. I thought it was after this game.
No,
they went. Yeah,
well, okay, then my bad.
Yeah, they went yesterday because it was the 15th, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know, Jay, what are you saying? Because the thing is, that'd be unbelievable. It's a fucking quarter final, man.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? They had one chance to impress me, against Leverkusen earlier this season, making 10 changes in one game, and that's it. They lost their opportunity to be able to do that again for me. So I'm only willing to risk half team changes nowadays after that stinker of a performance against Leverkusen. So similar to what Pulpy said, 5-6 changes for me. Keeping a few of the solid core that you want to see in there to get us over the line, and then hopefully bring them off after 60 minutes anyway. But like you say, this trophy is so important, and some of our most successful years have come off the back of us winning the Carabao Cup early on in the season. And I think if we do the same this year and we look to try and win the trophy and full send it, I think that'll give the players a taste of success. Some of the players that have only joined the club in the last 18 months haven't tasted that success at Man City yet. So I think it's really important that we go for this trophy, man. And like you say, it's a quarter final, and we should be doing everything to win the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. See what he does in it. The thing is, that West Ham game at the weekend is so important. You know what I'm saying? And like, you can't really afford a Doku's getting injured now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's now out for 3 weeks.
The fact Doku's out and Marmoush has gone at this exact time, man. It's fucking crazy, isn't it?
You literally could not have picked a
You
worse
couldn't have wrote it, could you?
possible time.
It's time for Bobb and Savio to step up, and you know what I mean. This is show if they're up for it or not. If they're not, then
mate, I think most of the time they've proven this season that they're not up for it.
Well, you never know. It's like they could, you know, when you're playing every week and you know you've not got anyone up against it. I reckon some of them players are just like, I'll play whether I play well or not. And now these lads have been missing out in games because they've not been playing well, and now they've got a chance to put the foot down and say, I'm going to turn up here. You never know. That's what you're hoping anyway.
No, I know what you mean, though, because I said that.
I don't think they can, man. I think they've had the chance to step up and be that guy. And do you know what I mean? These guys have had opportunities early this season in rotation games where everyone's still been available. Now they're pretty much guaranteed starts because of the lack of numbers. That's, if anything, that's going to make them fall off and sit off more, in my opinion, because they've not really got anyone chomping at the bit to come in behind them.
Things are heating up in the transfer market, aren't they? So if you're, let's say you're Oscar Bobb or Savio and there's rumours of Semenyo coming in, you know full well that, you know, this guy's coming in to replace you. So it's one of them sort of things in your mind where you've got a decision to make, are you up for it or you're not? And, you know, we're going to find out how in the next 3 weeks are they up for it or not. So.
No, I know what you mean. I think just see how they play if they do play. I mean, I expect Semenyo and Bobb probably will start the game tomorrow. So we'll see how they get on. Obviously, Bobb's being linked with a loan move to Palace. We don't know if that's going to materialise. But what have you made of our run then recently, Pulpy? I mean, because obviously I've not spoken to you for a bit. 5-match winning run, 3 away games involved there as well, by the way, with Fulham, Real Madrid and Palace. And remember about a month ago, people was getting onto our away record, rightly so, because it was bad. What are you saying, man? I kind of feel a bit confident, mate, about the team at the moment. I feel like we're starting to build something, me, bro. It's
just at this point of the season, right? If it comes down to it, it's just all about W's and wins, and you know, look. Going back to the Palace game specifically, I've seen people saying about how many chances Palace had that. It's all of a sudden become we've had such good teams that in seasons where we've not really had much chances against us, that people now, fans, can't accept that a decent attacking team like Palace will create opportunities, you know, and they will. And it's how we come out of that 3-0, I don't know, but we just did, and it's one of those, you just keep winning, putting wins after wins. Confidence is up, you know. 6 weeks ago, we was all talking about how does Team Haaland, and now look, Foden's somehow all of a sudden become second leading or joint third leading goal scorer in the Premier League, and he's hitting form, and Cherky's doing a bit, you know what I mean? And things seem to be going in the right direction. And with that, confidence is being bred from wins. You know, they might not always be pretty wins, but some of them have, some haven't been.
Well, I'm sorry, you can't. I know we might not have played amazing, right? But you can't not appreciate that them 5 wins did include Palace away, Madrid away, even Fulham away, man. Because a difficult place to play football there, you know.
People have been saying like Arsenal have peaked too soon by playing so well and winning. but then we're the ones that are not playing great but still winning. So what do you want? What do you want? Where do you want us to be? Do you want us to be peaking right now and smashing teams 8-0 and then it gets to February and we're like struggling? Or do you want us to just be efficient and get wins, get over the line, whatever it takes? That's what we're building. It's whatever it takes mentality to get the points. And
what I want to see, Pulpy, yeah, which I feel like I am seeing, is I want to see wins because obviously you need to be winning football matches. But I want to see little progression in each game or, you know, like things improving. And I feel like
signs of life, innit? Signs of life.
Yeah,
but
I'm looking at my defence and I'm looking at my back four. I think my back four is now defending pretty well, to be honest with you. Improvement, yeah. I wanted to see other players score goals other than Haaland. I'm starting to see that, yeah. The next thing I'd like to see is our midfield not get cut open so easy on transition and counter attack because I do feel that's a bit of an issue. But I'm seeing progress.
We couldn't even score for corner for love nor money a month ago. You know what I mean? A month ago, our corners weren't worth shit, and now look, all of a sudden,
now we fucking rely on them.
Yeah, so it's good signs. And look, that the reference is that treble season. If we'd have had this conversation 3 years ago, we'd have probably all said that we're not playing well and it's not great, but let's just keep the momentum going. And that's where things like that come from. That's where that came from deep that time. That run and that season came from a very similar run to this where we weren't great and no one was kind of expecting us to have a good season. And all of a sudden, the momentum's there, things click into place. A few wins, a few away wins, a nice win at home, progressing in the Champions League and everything's looked steady. You bring a couple of players in, it sort of boosts things up. Players come back from injury. It's all sort of like the pot is mixing. It's starting to cook. You know what I mean? Things are cooking slowly.
Yeah. That's where I'm at with it, man. Like, I just don't think like you can be on a 5-match winning streak, play the teams that you played and just be like, yo, we're still nowhere near it. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we're doing all right, man. I think we're building. I think the team's looking good. I think Cherky, again, that's another positive. He's looking like he's fucking on it. Foden, you know what I mean? He's scoring goals, which is great stuff. So I just think it's all positive, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like where I'm a bit torn about tomorrow, because on one hand, I'm like, the boys need a rest. But on the other hand, I'm very much a momentum type of person when it comes to football. Like, I thoroughly believe that like just winning games breeds more winning games, and if you fuck it up by throwing a match for good intent in terms of resting players, like don't be surprised to see you then drop points at West Ham, because I've seen it so many times over the years where teams do that, man.
How many players have Brentford lost to the AFCON?
Do you want me to check now?
Yeah, so imagine, I think there's only 6 teams that haven't lost anyone, right? And I know a few have lost a couple, aren't they? So let's be real. They just had a game at the weekend. They're not going to be able to probably put a full strength team out either. So it's not just us.
Right, here we go. BBC match of the day. How will AFCON? Oh, that's a fucking video. What the fuck? Just what an article, man.
So is it a video with Joe Hart? I think I've seen it. What I'm walking about.
Yeah. Right, here we go. No, that doesn't do it right either. There was a website that I seen it on the other day, because I've already checked it. I've already checked this, but I didn't check it. I checked it for another team. Right, here we go. Sky Sports found it. Let's have a look. Brentford, yeah. Where's Brentford? Brentford, they've got 2. And
so
Onyeka and Naotara. I think Naotara is a decent player, you know.
So he's one of their wiremen, isn't he?
Yeah. Dango Atara. I swear I watched him recently.
They got him from Bournemouth, didn't they, right?
Yeah, he's decent. Yeah,
it's decent, bro.
Well, they've lost a bit, you know, so it's not like we're going up against a team that's fully fresh themselves. And so whatever, it's a cup time, man. We're just going to have to just lay it on the line and see if we can come out the other end of it. If we don't, so be it. It's not the end of the world if we lose, but like you said, it'd be nice to get. We know what that early season trophy does for this club.
I know. I think we need it as well, because we've got a lot of new players and that. Yeah,
I think what it'll do for like Donnarumma's and
I think so. And stuff like I think we need it. I feel like because we've got like this full rebuild that's been done now, there's a lot of players in this squad, that have not won anything with us. I kind of feel like it's going back to when Pep first came and he started spamming out that Carabao Cup to get that winning mentality. And I think we need it. I think we need that just to get us going. Can you imagine, Rodri comes back in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, he's back. That'll boost the morale, and then we go and win the Carabao Cup 2 months later. Like, I think we need something like that, man. But we'll see what Pep does tomorrow. Anyway, let me ask you another question, Pulpy. Yeah, I remember about a month ago you was asking questions about Nico O'Reilly. He wasn't sure about him, bro, at the Bernabeu.
It was 2 months ago, wasn't it? And I remember saying I wasn't. My biggest criticism was he gets caught out a bit defensively in positions.
Yeah,
I still think that's there, and that's because he's not a left back. But
I knew that was coming. That's what you said.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, I think you are. I think he is a left back.
But he's becoming more and more of a left back now. But he will, because he's not a natural left back, he will probably have to develop that side of his game where the defending positional stuff. But that comes with having a Guardiola next to him who's experienced.
To be honest with you, I don't see this.
I think I've seen it more live, if I'm honest.
Right.
But then I remember the game. I can't remember who it was, but I remember the game thinking he's been caught a few times. I think it might have been Bournemouth at home, to be fair. Did Bournemouth score it right away in the game? It was offside. Really early in the game, wasn't it? Or was it offside by a margin or something?
The only time I've ever seen it was that Rodrigo goal, I think. In the whole time I've seen him play.
That's just me being nitpicky. I think there is I'm not making stuff up. I was at the game. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Yeah, so I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, look, he's a young kid who's playing out of his skin at a left back. He's never played there before in his life, so he's learning his trade. And even somebody like Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's a left back, and Ashley Cole, when he was a left back at 22, was making mistakes. So it's not like I'm burying a kid. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if this is where he's going to play, then he's going to have to. That side of his game will have to improve, or else, you know what I mean?
If you don't think he's a left back,
though, amazing. But it's
if you don't think he's a left back, do you think he's a better midfielder than he is a left back?
No, I think he's a better left back. I'm just saying he's not anything right now, is he? He's more.
So surely at that point, that's when it becomes his actual position. He's better at that position.
No, what I'm saying is right. He was brought into our team as a midfielder, right? And we'll all admit here he's not a very good midfielder in our team. He'll never get a chance there in midfield because I don't think he has the composure on the ball in the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
To play to be effective in our team. And this is why I see people calling him saying, "Why don't we put O'Reilly in midfield?" You're not going to get the same O'Reilly left back in midfield. You're just not. Right. So now he's let's just say this is his first proper season as an adult footballer, right? Last year he was a bit part. This year he's actually full on, earned his place, and he's going to play for the end of the season, barring injuries or form dip, right? Yeah. So this is his first season. So he's now established himself as a left back. Yeah. Then he's going to come good as a left back, but I don't think he is a natural left back yet.
Yeah.
He's not played his whole career as a left back, and he's coming as a left back. He's been
I get it.
Into one.
Do we think that he's got the potential to be City's long-term left back? Because I think the way he's playing, I think he does.
Yes, 100%. Yes,
he's powerful. He's quick. He can get forward. He can cross a ball. He basically all those attacking traits that an attacking midfielder's got, barring his on the ball thing that I just mentioned a minute ago. He can now do that from left back with a pitch in front of him, you know. And he's got an eye for goal. He's quick. He can defend his tackle. No one's getting past him. He's a monster. So let's just think. What is he? 20 years old? Give him 3-4 years.
20 years old.
Give him 3-4 years.
He's only going to get better. Yeah.
I didn't mention it when I talked about it. There's not look at his profile. Right. I'm not saying look at his profile. What he is a footballer, and look how much we struggle for a right back in world football to get in. Imagine if we was looking at a left back across the world and O'Reilly was out there, we'd be like, that's the guy. You know what I mean? If we was looking for a left back, we didn't own O'Reilly, we'd be saying, that's the guy. You get him in, look at him, he's perfect. And that's what we've got. So you've just got to think in 3 years, couple of trophies, 25 England caps, played at a World Cup, you know, hopefully he'll win a league title under his belt in the next couple of years. You know, things like that up here will just turn him into a will beater. He can't not. The recipe is there.
I agree. I think it's pretty mad how we've not had a left back at this football club, proper one, like for a decade. We finally signed one, and then this random midfielder at the academy is just turning out to be absolute balling out every time he plays it left back, and it's kind of like it's just crazy because for
Mr. Roof Ait-Nouri as well though, because he's got a totally different talent set.
There is, but it's obviously really difficult for him to get any minutes because Nico O'Reilly's literally making.
I think Ait-Nouri's cooked, man. Genuinely,
no, I don't know. It's too soon, mate. It's too soon.
I'm not saying I don't like him, and I just don't see how he gets in. I don't see how he gets.
Well, if he gets in, mate, if he does get in, Jay, it's going to be on merit, and he'll have pushed no roll out the team on performances.
I just can't see.
That's all it comes down to. That's what we want, innit? That's what you want.
And if there was ever a time for them both to play, it would have been now going into the AFCON. Do you know what I mean? Get them in for a few games before they fuck. And neither of them have smelt a minute.
We all know Ait-Nouri will get his chance. You know, he was poor to start the season, but then he got injured. So we don't know what would have happened if he'd have been fit in the last 3 months, do we?
I wonder if Ait-Nouri gets in on the wing, though. If we don't sign Semenyo, or even now in his next 3 weeks, because Doku's out, could you... Oh, he's fucking at AFCON.
Yeah.
Shit.
Going forward, though, mate, we're still going to need rotation. Who plays on the left, really? It's just going to be Doku and Marmoush. And I don't think he fancies Marmoush that wide at all anymore, does he?
I don't think we've got any other option on the left wing, really.
Well,
apart from Marmoush if Doku's on.
There is potential for him to play there, Ait-Nouri.
Yeah.
And we know he's got the talent for it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he didn't have to defend is even better.
I see it, man. Someone even suggested, could you stick him in midfield? You know what I mean? As a techie baller.
Maybe it could be a similar like mold of player to Rico. What Rico's done for us in that midfield, tied there, knocks the ball about nicely, can dribble,
a bit more physical. He's a bit bigger really than Rico. Yeah, I don't know, man, but
it's a hard position to be able to transition into. It's not like a midfielder going into left back where all the games in front of you. Do you know what I mean? Like we've seen him try it with Trent for England, didn't we?
If you don't fancy a right midfield, he's not going to start all of a sudden.
Do you know what I mean? It's a different ball game when you've got to play with your back to goal. You're receiving it under pressure.
Completely different. I always say this about the people who say, "Oh, put John Stones at DM." I'm like, John Stones at DM is completely different to John Stones at centre back moving into the DM position. It's a completely different. He's
a free man if he moves in from the back.
Exactly. He can pick and choose when he goes. But yeah, I just thought I'd raise it up, man, because I knew you was thinking about it. But the guy's just fucking solid, man, to be honest with you. And he just gives me so many consistent performances when I'm watching him. And it's just like, it's crazy. And he's keeping Ait-Nouri can't get a kick of it at the moment. And let's go to the other side, because obviously me and Jay was in a group chat before. We were speaking about the right back. I know Jay's on a mad Matthias Nunes glaze at the moment, which is fair play because the guy is slamming it. Go on, Jay, man. Tell us what you're saying about this whole like Livramento Nunes thing, bro. You got a strong opinion on this.
Similar to O'Reilly, man. Again, even though Matheus Nunes isn't 21 years old or whatever, this guy's only played this position for 12 months. And I've seen enough from him last year, even though he made a couple of errors, to think he's got all the attributes to be like a world-class fullback. He's strong, he's quick, he's good in the air, he puts a great ball into the box. Like, he's got everything that it takes to make that position his own. And all it'll take is a little bit of time for him to get used to it, for him to play with the same back four, consistency like you talk about. Yeah. This guy's got everything it takes to be our right back going forward as well. And now people are having conversations with me about potential right backs that could come in, and we definitely need a right back still and all this. I think this guy could be our starter moving forward as well. Genuinely. Don't get me wrong. We still need a right back at the club for rotation. But when you talk about going out into the market and spending 70 million and all this on a Livramento, who, in my opinion, probably don't even get in for Nunes right now for me. If you look at the seasons that both of these guys are having right now, you cannot look me in the eyes with a straight face and tell me that Livramento has been better than Matheus Nunes this year. Do you know what I mean? He just hasn't been. He just hasn't been. And like I said, this is a new position that he's still only just getting used to. His trajectory can still only go this way. Listen, Nunes isn't going to get worse at this position. He's still relatively new to it. So if he does cut out the bozos, and I know he fucking slips on his ass every now and again, probably more his boots than his ability. But I genuinely think that we can rely on this guy moving forward as a right back as well. And if you want to bring someone in as a backup for rotation, that's absolutely fine. But I'm on the Nunes train, man. Bring them in. These two physical, fast monsters that we've got at fullback currently, yeah, who can go forward as well as they can defend a 1v1. How long's it been since we've had that? Two fullbacks that are capable of doing both sides of the game at close to an elite level. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at the stats. It says it all.
Yeah, it's quality. That's I'm thinking today, yeah, LB.
Yeah, see, that's what I sent it in the chat, innit,
yeah,
LB?
And everyone in proper deep throats for Timber, don't they, is like the best right back in the world. And there you go, mate.
Yeah, they do.
And an extra couple of progressive passes forward in a game. There you go. That's all he's got better than him.
Yeah,
What
it's-
right back in world football? I'm being deadly serious now. What right back in world football? Take Trent out of it because he's been injured and washed all year. Puts that crossing to Haaland at the weekend. Can you think of genuinely who can put a whipping like that from right back
Reece
in world
James.
football?
I reckon Reece James
I
can
don't
do
think
that.
he can. Not from
Nah,
that
Reece
position.
James can definitely do that.
Not from deep like that, man.
Bro, I've
Like-
seen him do it. I've seen him do it this season, bro.
If he had
Reece James can do it.
Ireland to aim for, I think he could pull it off, Reece James.
Yeah, I reckon Reece James could do
I think
that.
Nunes is the man. Genuinely.
But Nunes' crossing is elite. And we clocked this last year when Pep gave him those 4 or 5 games on the left wing.
Yeah.
And he got like 4 assists to Haaland on the crosses. His crossing is elite level, man. And you see that stat going around as well. Only Haaland has assisted. Only KDB has assisted Haaland more than Nunes.
Boom. There you go.
Like an
That
old
is
school
mad,
Gary
innit?
Neville, innit? Like an old school Gary Neville, just spamming crosses in and just all of a sudden going in all the time.
That is crazy. So would you not sign Livermore at all then, Jay? Or would you sign him and let him compete it out?
See, this is the argument that we was having, yeah, because our mate Joe, yeah, was arguing with me about spending 40, 50, 60 million again on someone who's going to be like a 5th, 6th rotation option. And that's not really the direction that we want to go in. So I then throw it back saying, right, well, if we want to go out in the market and get Livramento and spend 60, 70 million on him, what's up, like whatever they're asking for him to hold bench, do you think that's smart business as well? Because in my opinion, I think Nunes is better right now. So I don't really want us go and spend 65 million on a right back in January or the summer, whatever, for him to be holding bench to the right back that we've currently got. Yeah, you can go and get someone who's still at a decent level, who can come in, not be on a fucking mad contract and cost us the best part of 100 million, and do the business like that. I think Nunes is the guy, and in my opinion, he's better than Livramento, man. So, fuck him.
Where are you at, Pulpy, with this?
I don't know, man. I see it from both sides. If we had Livramento now, and it was a choice of who's playing, I think long term we'd all say Livramento, but the fact we don't have him is going to cost a shitload of money. And I think we'd all want to see Nunes be a success. Would it be fair to bring in Livramento and Nunes all of a sudden become a bench warmer when he's been absolutely playing out of his skin?
But wait a sec.
It's
Are you
difficult,
benching
isn't
him?
it? I'm about half and half.
Are you benching him because Livramento?
No, I'm not benching him because I'm going off the probability that overall, long term, Livermento's the better option. But right now,
in my opinion, if you
right
buy
now, I wouldn't be
Livramento,
going out to buy Livermento right now just because we could. I'd be like, yo, you've got it's right here in front of you. You know what I mean?
if you buy Livramento, you should play Livramento if he's better than Nunes. You don't buy Livramento and then just play him because you think he might be better than Nunes in a couple of years. For me, like if you was to buy
Livermento offers more than just going into right back. He can play left back. He's also homegrown, and he will potentially be England's right back / left back if for long term anyway. So there's more to it. There's more to the just a player than for the club. I think that's where the club are probably at is whoever plays right back. It doesn't matter as long as we've got 2 and one of them's homegrown.
But is it worth spending 70 million on a guy that's potentially going to hold bench?
23 in Livramento.
Do you know what I mean?
He's 23.
23, so it's 10 years lifer, 60 million, 70 million plus 60
Yeah, but
million.
is it worth it when
I
you've
think
got
so.
Nunes playing like this in this form?
Well, I think
It's a
so
good
because
question.
if you bring him in and
Yeah.
Nunes goes off form, he gets injured. We'll have the same problem we've got at left back.
But can we spend that money just expecting someone to get injured? Do you know what I mean? We can't be going and spending 70 million for the reason that
Nunes
might
breaks his leg, right? Let's say Nunes breaks his leg tomorrow. What we're faced with?
What do you mean?
If Nunes breaks his leg, what we faced with?
Oh,
tomorrow?
Joe Butters, man, get out of it! You was trying to sell Nunes in the summer, my guy. It's a good job we didn't listen to you, innit? Fucking hell!
No, but
Joe
Joe
says-
Joe was trying to ship Doku and Nunes off in the summer, and look, two of our best players.
He said, why the fuck are we talking about Nunes benching a serious right back? Nunes is going to revert to type soon, and Livramento is a 7 to 8 year signing.
Well, that's what I just said, Joe. Yeah.
But the thing is, but here's the thing, right? You don't know that Nunes is going to revert to type.
Do you fuck?
Yeah,
No.
but
We're now in December. We're now in December, and he's still not reverted to type.
And neither is Doku. And you said the same about him, that he could only do it for 4 or 5 games.
Not be. This is the thing. This is why I think City might be considering a younger player to come in and develop.
I can't do a project, mate. I can't do it anymore.
No, but they'll be back. They'll be back up. They're not a project starting week in, week out.
The way I see it is the club's long-term vision is they need to have English players that are there for long times. We've got, and I think that's Anderson will be one. You know, Carl Dean's comments today about this year being a really significant turning point for the future. Look at the sort of players we've got and what we're signing, these young long-term players and freeing up money and stuff. I think that signifies that the next couple of signings will be in that mould of young, homegrown, 10-year cycle players to be there with Foden, O'Reilly, Guardiola, Haaland. You know what I mean? Cherky. We need players around that for what you said the other night at the stream, LB, about when City. It's like that Mourinho quote: "Players from the past are to men." All these sort of players, the ones that are there, and you add to it and just build up. So you think about in 4 years' time, if we have Ederson and Anderson in the team as well as what we've got now, look how that will be fared. You know, that's a team right there that has got the foundations of being.
No, I do get it.
For the long-term vision of the club, I think Livramento is probably a good idea.
I hear it.
Standing now, then it's all
at the same time, though. Yeah, if you could go and pick up like a young right back off the European market, who City thinks going to be the next big player, so it could be that Reed, it could be a Fernandes, it could be Omar Al Halali, and then you can bring them in. Nunes is the number 1 right back for the next few years because he's 27, and then you develop the other right back, and then when Nunes gets like 30 or whatever, 31, this new guy then steps in. They might look at it like that, and that'd be a lot cheaper as well because you can probably pick that right back up for 35 mil, whereas Livramento is going to cost you 75, 80 million.
I won't worry about the money. Don't care about the prices now. Don't matter. Forget about the price.
It does matter though.
Not to us, mate.
But it's not as easy as that, Bob, because we are in a bit of like financial difficulty at the moment with the wages, and like a lot of people are going to have to go out the door for us to be able to.
But they are going out. John Stones is going. Bernardo.
But we all said that in the summer as well, and they're all still here.
You know they are, right? You know John Stones is going. You know Bernardo Silva's going. That's £500,000 plus.
People told me the same last January, mate.
Yeah, no, but the contracts are up now, aren't they? If they don't stay, the money's fine, mate. I wouldn't worry about it. Well, it's not our thing to worry about, mate. Let the club deal with that. They just registered the 3rd highest revenue in the history of the club in a year. So
people keep on talking about this homegrown quota. Have you actually done the maths?
We've been through it on here, like with a spreadsheet and everything.
On stream, bro. We've literally been through it on stream. Like, we're fine so long as we sign like one midfielder or like one English player or something.
Get Gay, man. He's the man. He's your homegrown that you want coming through the door.
About this, man. Like, we've literally been through the numbers. It's fine. And obviously, we've been linked with Semenyo today as well, who's, if we get him, he's a homegrown player. Do you know what I'm saying?
Most of the players were linked with a homegrown, man. It's not an issue, is it?
Yeah.
Right. So, Semenyo, I know everyone's horny for a new player, right? Everyone always is. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
It could be linked with a 35-year-old.
I've got the best answer to this question. I'm ready.
Go on.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm horny for a new signing like everybody else is, right? I just don't know. I just don't see. I'm not probably as turned on by it by everybody else.
Okay, can I answer your question?
Yeah.
Right now, is he better than Semenyo and Bobb?
He is. But
signing.
Okay. But then my question to that is, if we sign him, then do we sign anyone else in the summer?
This is my playbook. I think Bobb's done. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Savio and Bobb both go. Yeah.
I think Bobb's done. He'll be loaned out in January, and I think he gets sold on in the summer.
That's crazy considering he's our best winger at the club, bro.
It's mad, but obviously City are going to make another mistake there selling him. Yeah, it's going to be another Cole Palmer situation. But anyway, we'll sell him. Yeah, I think Savio's got 6 months. If he doesn't materially improve, I think he could be out the door in summer as well, and then we'll make a move. And then basically you've got Doku, Semenyo, and then either Savio or another winger in the summer. I think that's how they're going to play it. But
my thing with Semenyo, I think he's the opposite of Bobb and Savio, yeah. Like, he's a clunky baller. When you watch him, it's a little bit messy, innit? But what he
Well, it
does
reminds me of
that they
Raphael
don't
Leao.
do is
Reminds me of
put the
Raphael
ball in.
Leao, just a big unit who's just a
He
bit
puts the
angry.
ball in the back of the net though, which is the complete opposite to what them do.
He's like,
And people
he does
scream
remind
out.
me. He does. You like Jay? He does remind me a bit like Sterling, who has absolutely no techers, but all of a sudden can just do something with the body.
Can score off both
Yeah,
feet. He's a good finisher. Put
My
the ball
concern is
in
he
front
doesn't
of
get
him and
much
he'll
better than what he
score.
is. My concern is he doesn't get much better than what he is, and I think.
But
we know he's done bits for Bournemouth, but Bournemouth aren't us.
No, I get it, right? But
There's
right
a different
at the same
expectation
time,
for us, and that my concern is there's another level or two levels you have to be able to get to play for City consistently.
okay, so let me show you this, yeah, because for me, right, if we're saying we need him because he scores
shouting,
goals,
you little muppet. Right, go on.
yeah, look at this. Right, one second, let me just get this off the screen here. Yeah.
I see the output, mate. I do.
But it's improving year on year, Pulpy. 8-3, 11-6, 7-3. It's improving every year. If you can tell me, yeah, Semenyo next season, so obviously he joins us, give him a next season, yeah, full season. If he gets me 12 goals, 10 assists, I'd probably take that.
You'd probably take that. That's probably double what Bobb and Savio do together now. I won't just probably take it. I'd snap your hand off for it.
The numbers are great, right? We can all see them; they're all great there. And the potential is that you come to City, you're going to do the extra 25% anyway than that. Looking at the way he plays at Bournemouth and his skill set, I don't see how that is a genuine fit for us straight away. And if he's coming in January, he needs to hit the ground running because what's the point?
Can I tell you why I think it
No, you can't. No, of course you can't.
I think there are parts of his game that won't work at City. So like yesterday, I thought some of his best play yesterday was when he picked the ball up in space in midfield and was running at United defence. And he looked scary. That ain't going to happen at City because he's not going to have that space.
Yeah.
You know how I think he'd really thrive? Running in behind the defence and Cherky playing the through ball through.
Mm-hmm.
Like De Bruyne and Sterling used to do a lot. I think that is where he could, and when he goes to on goal, as you seen last night, the guy's cold.
It's the enigma is going to be is right. We all want him to come in and produce those numbers he's got there for us. Now the reality is, if he does come in January, he's not going to do that straight away because nobody ever does when they come in. It's rare that any City signing come in January and hit the ground running really. Oh no, especially under Pep. So I don't know. My worry is he's not going to come in and have a massive impact straight away.
Will he have a better impact than Bobb or Semenyo?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, but you're not playing them on the wing, are you, at the minute?
Well, no, he's going to.
They're going to have to now, though.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is we've not been playing them on the wing at the minute. It's been Cherky.
No, I know because
you know what I mean? So, that's only because the shit though. Like that's the only reason they've not been playing.
I still think whether Semenyo and Bobb were fit and playing well would still go with the three we have been using anyway.
No, he will, but he can't do that every 3 days for the rest of the season.
I'm against myself here because, like, Pep's got a certain style way of playing, and even like Ryan Cherky don't fit into that. But all of a sudden he is doing it. It's kind of mad that we're seeing different ways of playing under Pep that we're not used to. So that's why I'm going off the 8 years of Pep where he's not done this and he's always done that. And all of a sudden Cherky's coming in is a little bit different. And that seems to be all of a sudden, it didn't work at the start, but it's working now. It's with 4 months in, right? So it's like Semenyo would be great. I just don't see it working straight away. And I think we need to, for us to have a successful season, it needs to work straight away. I
don't think it does need to work straight away. I just think
I want it to work straight away because
I get what you're saying.
There's a chance to win a treble again. There really is.
No, I hear it, but the point to you, I feel like when you want Savio, you want this Semenyo guy to come in and hit the ground running. I just want him to come in and do better than Bobb and Semenyo.
Yeah.
Like the standards are quite low for my.
We can't get worse with bringing him.
I'm not asking for Semenyo to come in and play 10 out of 10.
They're not playing at all, are they?
No, but
that's because you can't play him.
We're done with this, right?
Yeah. You could play Semenyo.
Right, January 1st, we signed Semenyo. It's all done. He's got a City kit on. He's had his press and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
He starts every game in January, right? Then that means Cherky doesn't play.
Why?
Why?
Because you know full well he's going to play for Foden. He's going to play Bernardo Silva and he's going to play Nico. So
but if he does that,
what I'm saying is,
that still leaves a space.
What?
That still leaves a space.
What, on the left wing?
If Doku's not playing, yeah.
Well, Cherky is going to play though, Pulpy, isn't it?
What I'm saying is, you're all signing as though this guy's going to come in at the ground running. Someone's going to have to sit out, mate. And you know full well it's not going to be.
No, he can be rotated. Cherky can't play every game for the rest of the season. Doku can't play every game for the rest of the season.
I'm just making a point now. Everyone thinks there's going to be consequences to if you sign him.
The consequences is Bobb or Semenyo are going to leave. At the moment, if Doku, if our attack is not Doku, Foden, Cherky, people shit themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just playing devil's advocate here because I know full well that if you look at a City match day post when they're saying about the squad and who's playing, it's literally breakdown material. It's just honestly, it's like psychopaths in the comments. I don't understand what football is, but I'm playing devil's advocate saying, look, if we do sign him, then there's going to be some changes.
If we do sign him, it allows us to rest Cherky. It allows us to rest Doku without going.
Yeah, and it stops Doku from getting injured for 3 weeks because he's been overplayed, and he picks up muscle injuries because of the way he's built and stuff like that. We've seen it all before with Doku. If he plays too much, he gets muscle injuries. That's just the way he's built, man. So if you can rotate them two, and we've got a player like Semenyo to come in, who I wouldn't mind coming in the team. Listen, if Doku's out at the moment, like he is, I'm shitting myself going into the weekend at the thought of Savio or Bobb having to pick up that left wing role for the next 2-3 weeks. I don't go into games confident with those two on the pitch, unfortunately, right now at this moment. I'd feel a lot better if Semenyo was picking up that slack that Doku's left us currently. So I don't understand why it would be a negative thing for him to come into the club at all.
What we're saying Semenyo's best position is then right wing.
I'd say left, but I think he can do right just as well.
I think he can play both. I think if you look at the stats, they're pretty even. He played on the right. It was kind of did a bit of a free roll at times yesterday, but he scored the goal off the right.
He's very two-footed as well, He can bang off both feet, man.
I always show that I should save that picture, but he's the most two-footed shooter in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So again, he's a player that we can play off the left. We can play.
I'm all for it, man. I just like I say, there's. It's not always black and white, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. But I mean, apparently as well, Pulpy, this is being driven by Pep Guardiola, if you believe the rumours.
And the other interesting thing about that is, Pep's obviously thinking ahead, which kind of dispels other things that he's going to walk after this at the end of next year, right? If he gets it right this time when he's plays and he gets close to being. If he gets that little tickle in his balls where he's like, oh, look how close his team is to winning something special again, you won't be surprised if he does another 2 years.
I've kind of U-turned on this a lot because at the start of the season I was like, I think this could be it. I think if he wins the league or the Champions League this year, he'll go.
I think he'd have gone on a high, yeah.
I think he loves the project, man. I think he loves that.
Well, and I think that's because of the players we've got. You've got Haaland, fucking Cherky, Foden. You know what I mean? Rodri got this Nico O'Reilly come out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You got Donnarumma. I
think he wants another Champions League just to shut the people the fuck up.
I think he wants to prove people wrong, showing that he can rebuild. Yeah.
We can't rebuild, can't do this, can't do that. Never won more than one. There you go, mate.
If I was a manager, I would not believe in a prime Erling Haaland to some other manager to go farm trophies. I'm sorry. I'd just be greedy. I'd be like, I'm staying here until... It's just funny because Haaland probably wants to stay until Pep leaves. If I was Pep, I'd be like, I'm staying until he leaves. Do you know what I mean? Because he guarantees you trophies. He's just a trophy farmer, isn't he? Because of all the goals he scores. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens on that one. There was talks that Bobb was going to be loaned out to Palace. So I don't know what. Let me go through some of these super chats, actually. Big up to Adam. Says, play Haaland, Cherky, Foden, Nunes, give Nico a rest. So you want to play Nunes in the middle? That ain't going to happen because Pep's already said he don't want to play Nunes.
No chance. If you're ever going to see him move position, Nunes, I'm telling you now, I put this on Twitter before. Call me crazy, yeah? If you want a little bit of rotation and see Nunes in a different position, I think run Cousinov right back and play him left wing whilst Doku's out. Because I think he, from the left wing last year in those few games that he played there, no one puts a cross in as well as he does, maybe apart from maybe Cherky right now. But he was the best player. He was our best player in those couple of games that he played left wing last year.
He was.
So if you want to see rotation, put Cousinov right back and run fucking Nunes left wing. I'm telling you. Not saying for him to stay there because I love him as a right back, but he's the man, He's
actually a fucking sick footballer, isn't it? It's just, I don't think he's quite got the composure in midfield.
When Pep says the best midfielder in the world, he was obviously like glazing, but he's actually a really, really good footballer, isn't he?
He's mega.
He's a
I just
good
don't think
footballer.
he's got the
He's just had
composure.
he had a bad patch, didn't he? And everyone thought, what is this?
He's not got the
We
composure
all
to play
had,
midfield.
you have the mad expectations of players we've had in midfield, look, over the years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've had Gundogan in there, De Bruyne, Silva, Bernardo. So we've had all these amazing midfielders, and you get the glaze coming out like he's the best thing you've ever seen, and all of a sudden he's not. It's like, what is this?
Imagine how much that would free up Nico O'Reilly as well, playing Cousin right back, dropping into a back three. O'Reilly overlapping fucking Nunes at left wing, mate, cutting on his right foot. Tell you what, mate, that might be the answer, you know. I want to see it.
Yeah. Big Up Prodigal says, Bob's part of the old guard, tiki-taka. He's not the winger we need going forward. Not strong, not quicky, not tricky. He's Bernardo without the engine, sell ASAP. Well, his best position in the academy was in the midfield.
Bob needs games. He needs games
to play.
At adult level.
He needs to play. And I kind of agree. I actually think...
How can you play him, though? Because every time he does, he's shit. Like, he looks like he don't want to be there for me. I think he's got an attitude problem, Bob. I'm being serious. His international manager spoke about it. He looks uninterested when he's on the pitch. I talk about when people get the chance to like step up and be counted when they get these opportunities. They've really got to fucking put themselves about and give 100% effort. If you want to nail a position down in a Pep Guardiola team, this guy does not do that every single opportunity he gets. Genuinely. I think he's genuinely just not good enough for the team.
I think he is good enough, but I think maybe in the middle is where he needs to be tried. But he's not taking his opportunities this year.
He just needs games. He's don't forget, he missed a year through injury as a young kid. He's turned into an adult as well. You know, and you know what I mean. He doesn't play much. You can't get the rhythm up. You know, and he probably does need to go out and play some football somewhere and just get used to playing 2-3 games a week. Doesn't matter about how well you play. You need to get those legs in the minutes in your legs.
I think he needs to play. He needs to play regular football. I think when you come back from injury like that, you've got to play regular football.
How's he going to do that at this club, LB?
No, I agree.
And
that's why I think he needs to go on loan. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think we kept him in the club this year because his rehabilitation will probably be better at City to be managing him better, just because probably understand how much of a significant injury it was for his body.
I think the game's changed too much for that kind of mold of player to succeed as well. He's too physically weak. He's not overly quick. A lot of the time you see him getting bullied off the ball and stuff like that. I just don't think his style suits nowadays. You've got to be an animal. Yeah.
It's too cute. So yeah.
People were saying the same thing about James McAtee last year, weren't they? I listened to people on the panel telling me, "Oh, James McAtee's this, James McAtee's that. We've got to keep him. He's going to be this mega talent and all this." I was like, every time I've watched him, the guy is so below average. And look what's happened. He's got a big move to Forest. He's played about 300 minutes all year for Nottingham Forest, who are relegation fodder. So there's your answer. I told you all last year about McAtee. And I'm telling you the same again about Bob, man. It's going to go the same direction.
You just love
I'm
the
telling you now.
Don't you, bro? You don't like tiki-taka, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't
FIFA merchant.
Yeah, I know. But no, to be fair, though, that is the way the game's going. And Viana spoke about this as well in that interview that he did with Tiki at the end of the season. When he spoke about the fact the game is about like pace and power now. Like that's just the way the football's gone. And you can have the tiki-taka players, yeah. You can have those players, but they've got to be like elite level, man. Otherwise, you're just going to get out-muscled and shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Big Up Prodigal says, is Semenyo Marmoush 2.0? Will Pep trust him? I think Marmoush wasn't necessarily a Pep signing. I think that was a Tiki / Viana signing. Whereas apparently this Semenyo deal, it's Pep that wants him. Pep wants Semenyo, apparently, if you believe the rumours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
if Pep's identified him and he sees that as something he wants to have in his club as an option, raw, horny winger with pace, an animal. You know, we've not really had one of them, have we? I've not really had. Sane was probably the last one.
Sane, yeah.
But he wasn't really particularly a unit, whereas Semenyo is.
Yeah,
I do rate those players, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like Semenyo's got like he's obviously nowhere near as technical gifted as Sane, but I feel like he's in between.
He's a brute, isn't he? He's a bit of a brute of a winger where he's just raw
so
running power.
Powerful. Did you watch him yesterday? Yeah. Bro, he's so strong and
fucking
powerful.
big as well, you know, man. He's massive.
Yeah, he's got to be 6'3", mate.
Pause. Yeah, a bit weird, but
He's got to be. He's got to be 6'3", man. But he's rapid. You know what I'm saying? I think he could. I think he'll do. I think he could do well, man. I think he'll do well. To be honest with you, and for me, I think he could be the difference between us winning the league or not. And it's because, like, if we need to bring someone off the bench or Cherky's injured or something, like that could be the difference. Because
he is a difference maker in here. I feel like that's what he is. That sort of player.
And who would you rather go? Last game of the season, Pulpy, yeah, Aston Villa at home. Yeah, we're drawing 1-1. We need to win the game to win the league. Who do you want to go for on goal? Bobb, Savio, or Semenyo?
yeah. I want forward players who can put the ball in the back of the net, man. Like, we've been calling out for it for like 3 years.
The goal he scored last night was quality.
Do you know what's funny,
like
Jay?
An old school winger, that, isn't it? Like a cut inside and just drill it in.
Oh, yeah, now 100%. You know what's funny, Jay? Yeah,
I
was telling Daps about this before, yeah. So, last night after the game, I put a tweet out and said, in fact, I got it up now on my tweet. Yeah, I put, what the fuck did I put? Oh yeah, I put Semenyo, not sure, great finish, bit of a clunky player. What are you saying? Yeah, because I think that's a fair assessment from last night.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So some guy responded, yeah, and basically said, I'll see if I can find it in a minute. But he basically said to me, LB, we've been crying out for wingers that put the ball in the back of the net. We've been linked with the wingers, put the ball in the back of the net, and you're moaning about his performance. I was like, shit, that's actually facts, bro.
Yeah, it is. Like, Sterling didn't used to like set games on fire with like he's intricate like skills and wouldn't control the game from deep and all stuff like this. But what he did do is he used to get in positions where he could score goals and put the ball in the back of the net. And we need that kind of caliber of player to come into the club. We've got all the techie ballers right now, but we need someone that can arrive in the box. We need someone that can finish off both feet. Like, I think everything's a little bit same at the moment. So where these wingers have got talent, they know how to beat a man, but you question the decision making in the final third and their ability to put the ball in the back of the net. So it's a no-brainer for me. Absolute no-brainer.
Yeah, 65 mil as well as the price. What you saying? Fair price.
It's going right,
isn't it?
It is nowadays.
If you didn't have a Reece clause, what you're talking, 80 million. So I think it's undervalued.
Yeah. Big up Ado, who says we need someone that is physical and he's a beast on that right wing. We can't be soft like we have been. If we have Semenyo versus Madrid instead of Bernardo, that left back won't win the ball from Semenyo and then counter attack us. Says that. I think we need the pace. I think we need the strength, bro. I think we need the strength. I still think we've not really addressed that from last season, and it's pretty mad because Kevin De Bruyne spoke about the midfield last year being soft. I think Bernardo mentioned it before as well.
Yeah,
and even though I thought we had a decent window, to be fair, and I was happy with the players we signed, we probably didn't really address one of the main issues last year, which was the physicality side. And I think this would help us massively, man. Do you get what I'm saying?
They're the games we've lost this year, LB, as well, when we've been mismatched against like physical athletes. You think about Aston Villa, their midfield against ours. Do you know what I mean? It was Newcastle, their midfield against ours. It's always the games where you're not playing the techie balls, because we'll outplay anyone. We'll literally outplay anyone in the league, yeah. But when it comes to being physically strong and aggressive, we've sometimes been bullied out of games by midfielders like Onana, like Bruno G, like Joe Linton. And sometimes you just need to fight fire with fire, man, and bring these kind of physical athletes into the squad to help you with those kind of games.
We need technique over strength. But the thing is, though, bro, that guy probably at least say, and this is what I'm saying, yeah. If you wanted to go and get Elise in the summer, which you might not be able to do, but say you wanted to, you just move Savio and Bobb on in the summer, and you can still get that extra winger. So this is why this signing does not stop you going getting yourself a Rafinha, an Elise, or whatever top baller you think City should be signing. Because all you have to do is move on Savio and Bobb, and to be honest with you, 99% of the City fans would be happy with that, to be honest. So this signing is about, does it help us win the league this season? Yes or no? And I think it does.
Yeah. It improves us. It improves us straight up.
Yeah. Adol says Pep wanted Donnarumma. He got Donnarumma. Pep will get him. So.
In fact, Donnarumma got named goalkeeper of the year, right? Today.
Yeah. That literally just before I went live.
Yeah. Yeah. He won the champs, didn't he?
Yeah. He's
a steal bit for him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, sweet. Anything else, boys?
I've got to go in like literally 5-10 minutes, mate. But have you seen that tweet about Ederson from the Turkish fans?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah,
this
they're
morning.
buzzing off him, aren't they?
I've put it up and let's talk about it on here with these lot. It's on. I've tweeted it out 3 hours ago, mate. If you want to look for mine.
Yeah.
I thought that was just so good seeing like other people appreciating Ederson for what he is and like what he's done to their league, because we won't know about it. We don't want nobody watches the Turkish football. Let's be honest. Nobody,
and there's too many people in this fan base and probably in this chat as well that were all Ederson haters, man. Didn't want to give him his flowers when he deserved it.
They're glazing, man. They're glazing. This guy says the passing through no goalkeeper who's ever played in the Super League history before could have thrown it. Indeed, they didn't. If I were a goalkeeper, regardless of the team, I'd come to this guy's matches and mentally note even his 90 minutes of ballless moments. He instills confidence in the goal. No such goalkeepers come to Turkey. Every ball he sends to the opponent's half with his foot becomes an attack starter. A goal scoring opportunity. His reflexes are also quite good. It's not for nothing he protected Man City goal for years.
That last post, mate, is everything. That we just read there is everything about what Ederson was for us. That one there.
The guy was mega.
He started all attacks, yeah.
I think this guy got so much shit from some City fans. I thought it was ridiculous, yeah. Like, I do think we was ready for a change. And if I could go back, and you said to me, LB, you can go back to the summer and you can pick whether Manchester City get Donnarumma or keep Ederson, I probably would still have done that deal, yeah, because
it was the right thing to do at the right time.
Change of style, yeah.
It was. I think we needed it. I think we needed a different style of goalkeeper, yeah. But like, I think this guy's been mega, mate, for us. Absolutely incredible. And I think he's the best goalkeeper in history with the ball at his feet. Yeah. People try to tell me,
he's the best keeper we've ever had. This guy. He's the best keeper we've ever had.
I've got him as number one as well. I've got him as number one.
Yeah, he just did for what he's done. What he's done.
Have you seen Chevalier has been dropped from PSG as well?
Has he?
And he was the one. Yeah, so I think they've been announced today that he's not guaranteed a number one now, and it's pretty much open between him and the second string keeper.
PSG made
that was on Twitter before as well. Yeah,
that's fucking mad. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I've seen a few mistakes that he's made.
He was our second option in it for a while.
He was on the list. Yeah, he was on the list.
They literally completely sandbagged Donnarumma out within a week, didn't they? Because they wanted Chevalier. They just went, right, you're done, mate. Pack your shit. You're going. We're done with you. Out of nowhere. Now look what's happened since then.
Yeah, I think Donnarumma will make mistakes at City, because he looks like a
look at the saves he made. Look at that save he made the other day.
He definitely will.
It's not just the saves though, Pulpy, that he's making. Yeah, it's this sort of. I think he gives the defense confidence, and he's got an aura in it about him.
You mentioned it the other night in the stream. I think we might have been the panel one about what he's done for the confidence of Diaz.
Mate, there's no way that him, Diaz, and Guardiola don't all get a fucking shower together after a game, man, and start doing mad stuff. Because they love each other, them three, man. They're nearly like having it out on the pitch, like snog.
Hey! Have a fucking word with him then, ref! Hey!
Steady.
I mean, no. It's a loving relationship.
Well, the thing is, you see those weird AI videos of two blokes started kissing the footballers.
He does all the time.
That's the sort of thing that you'd if they started necking on pitch, you'd be like, wow, that's fucking hell.
No, but the thing is, like obviously it might just be a coincidence, yeah. But is it any coincidence, yeah, that Ruben Diaz is just like got back to a mad level again now that Donnarumma's back in goal? Because as well, if you remember, yeah, he might not have actually played, but I remember like the first few times this season he played, he was still a little sus, and then he just started playing mega again. It was at the contract. Remember when he got the contract? So it was all like, why has he got the contract? He don't deserve the contract based off his like form over the last 12 months. And then he's just got elite. And you've got Donnarumma, Guardiola, and Diaz. And for me, yeah,
it's the whole back. We've got a solid back five. We've not had that for a long time. I was trying to think the other day, like
treble year.
It was treble year. Yeah,
makeshift back four, didn't we? With like Akanji and Stones and Diaz, and then
it was the treble year. The last time we had
the four centre backs,
solid back line. Because even in the 4-peat year, it sort of obviously, it wasn't as good, innit?
We all know the value of having a good spine, but we've got that. If that back five can play every game to the end of the season, we will win a lot.
I genuinely think it was all me, the Diaz thing, man. I genuinely do. If I wouldn't have called him out all last season in the summer, I don't think we would have had this turnaround.
Absolutely.
But even he's got back on it now. You know what I mean? He's fucking slamming it. You know, he's playing really well. I think Diaz is playing really well at the moment. I can't lie. And then Gvardiol, who I was like saying needs to be dropped and needs to rest out the team a couple of weeks ago, he's just got straight back on it again.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. So that is massively improving, man. But yeah, and I'll do the streams and that. I'm talking to the chat and that. Obviously, do the panel show, speaking to you boys, and I'm struggling really to come up with anything about this team that I don't really like or think's a bit crap, other than when we get in transitioned on in rapid time. You know what I mean?
I had a question, LB, that I put on Twitter that got cooked a little bit the other day, didn't I? That I put in the chat. It's a little bit of a touchy subject, it seems. A lot of people were kind of agreeing, a lot of people were going sick. But I simply asked the question, what does Reijnders do, right? Just a question. I'm not trying to bait anyone or like cause any shit and stuff like that. But I just genuinely want people to either answer me and give me something constructive, or like there's no point just crying and bitching. Like, give me something constructive and tell me, right? Because there's a conversation that needs to be had right now. I know it's his first season. But at what point does he turn the corner? If he turns the corner, and kind of where are you guys at with him right now? Because he's another one that I don't really feel comfortable. I don't really feel comfortable with him being in the starting 11 in big games. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to feel like that about one of our players who we've just signed.
But when we signed Nico in January, he dropped off. And everyone was like, we don't know if he's the guy. And he's come good with a bit of coaching.
I never felt like I could trust Nico though,
What?
Do you know what I mean? I never felt like I couldn't trust Nico, because usually when he did play, he was decent.
Nico's had a solid 6 months of coaching. Look what he's turned into. Reijnders is probably going to go down the same path, mate. Give him a chance.
I don't know. It makes me think that Serie A's a fraud league, man. Like, McTominay goes over there. He's the best player in the world. Do you know what I mean? You practically play at walking pace over there. Like loads of players look sick in Serie A, and I just don't know whether he's going to get to speed with the Premier League.
He's got legs.
He's got legs.
He's got legs. And he's a genuine
I think so.
Player.
I think he can get
bro, have you seen this guy like running back in defensive transition and shit like that? He's nowhere to be seen.
But if his strength is running forward with the ball, mate, and we've seen he gets into some good goal scoring opportunities. He's not played much recently, but when he does play, you guarantee he's going to. He might be absolutely whiffing shots out of the stadium right now, but I guarantee he does pop.
I agree. His probably best attribute is his ability to like run past Haaland and get into these goal scoring positions.
We don't have anyone that does that really. Foden does it, but he's more of a build-up player. Reijnders will go beyond, and we need that.
He's just not really like, if that's his best attribute though, Pulpy, do you not need him to be finding the back of the net a little bit more? Do you know what I mean?
No, he does.
A little bit more.
He scored dividend. He'll get easy. He'll get something like that, mate.
And listen, I'm not dogging the guy. I'm just asking the question. Yeah, this is a debate show. We need to have debates on a debate show.
You try to gather them up. You try to gather the stragglers that are like, yeah, I'm with Jay for this.
No, I swear. This isn't as cutthroat as the agendas I had last year. I'm just genuinely trying to find positive.
Yeah, let me ask you a question then. Do you like fundamentally believe that he is a good technical footballer?
Technical footballer, yeah. I think he dallies on the ball far too long a lot of the time. I think he still feels like he's playing Serie A ball and gets caught out in possession far too much.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he needs to move it a lot quicker. I think his defensive know-how isn't up to standard at all. I think he gets caught out positionally. I think he's tracking back in transition. He's poor as well, and I think that's why we've seen Nico G hung out to dry a few times when he has been playing.
Right, okay, so let me answer let's expand on that, right? Because I believe fundamentally this guy is a good football player. Yeah, I think he needs to adapt to the pace of the Premier League a bit more. I think he's still got that mindset. And actually, I always go back to that Wolves game, but that first 20 minutes against Wolves, he was dropping a stinker. He was really slow, really like losing the ball. And then out of nowhere, he just started playing rapid and started moving the ball really quick. I think he needs to get on the ball, move the ball quicker. I also want to see him demand the ball and become a little bit more dominant in terms of like, give me the ball, let me do something, yeah? But the reason I'm not panicking about Reijnders is because fundamentally, I believe he's a good football player. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fair. I don't disagree with that, yeah.
Sometimes you sign a player, I'm like Phillips, for example, and I'm just like, this guy's just not a good football player like for us whatsoever. So I agree. I think he needs to do, you know what, as well, though? I actually think he played better against better teams.
I think he was poor against Palace at the weekend. This is where
I think he would have. I think he's better against better teams where there's a bit more space for him to run into. When we're just dominating the ball, yeah, and it's a little bit more, there's not a lot of space in that. And because then it's highlighted more. Because when you're playing against a lower block or whatever, you've got to move the ball quickly because otherwise the space is closed down. And he didn't want to get. He done all right against Arsenal. Yeah, obviously ran and passed the ball to Haaland for the goal. I think actually, this is why I said the other day for the Madrid game, I wouldn't have minded if he started against Madrid. Because I actually think he's probably better suited to the tougher games. I think the weaker games, the smaller games and that.
Yeah, against low blocks,
low blocks. But until when he starts moving the ball quicker, I think he'll be fine. But I'm not panicking over it because I think he is a good player. And I think he will be fine. And
listen, I'm not doubting his technical ability, and I think he could come good. And do you know what I mean? We've seen players in this similar position before, like Roger and stuff like that, who've ended up going and having great careers, but. Obviously, I'm just asking the question based off what we've seen so far this season. And I do worry for him, LB. My only worry with him is I think he's got all the potential to come good, if he does adapt to the pace of the game. But if you keep dropping mediocre performances, which he has done a lot this year, nobody can deny that. There's been a lot of times this year where he's dropped mediocre performances. If Pep falls out of favour with you, and you're not getting the game time in order to adapt to the Premier League and get up to the speed of things, if he finds himself out of favour in this team, that's when I'm starting to ask questions, because how is he ever supposed to get up to speed and get up to the level that we expect if he's just not getting the minutes? But he's only going to get the minutes if he's performing well.
He is getting the minutes at the moment, though, bro.
I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's as much as he should be or he was expected to. Do you know what I mean? We've brought this midfielder over when we've got Kovacic, fucking Gundogan and Bernardo expecting him to come in and start every game, and he's already not in our strongest 11.
Right, boys, I got to bounce.
Big up Pulpy, man. Big up to you, man.
See you later, mate.
See you, bro. See you in a bit, mate. All right, then, boys. Let's wrap it up here. Big up to Ado, says Pep wanted. Oh, I read that one out. Big up to you, bro. Big up Blue Moon says thoughts on Pep closing his restaurant. Is he gone? Yeah, he's leaving. We've lost 115, and everything is just fucking.
That's a good point, LB, though, as well, isn't it? What about when Rodri comes back as well? Do you know what I mean? He's going to find himself fourth choice, centre mid there.
I actually think that he might be fighting with Foden for a position here.
In the 10. I think that's probably where he's best, to be honest. But the
thing is with him,
there you go, Rodri, Reijnders versus Foden. Do you know what I mean? Who's winning that?
He's had a lot of chances this season, Reijnders, shots that he should have bagged. And
100%,
if he scored them goals, which he probably should have scored at least a few of them, I don't think this conversation is happening. I don't think the conversation. I think if he can find the back of the net with some of these shots, I don't think this conversation's a conversation. Because then he'd probably be on about 7 goals and 4 assists or something. And everyone's going, fucking hell, what a player. But because he's got 2 goals, and then he's not played amazing, people are like, have the conversation. But
half of the involvements were against fucking Wolves in the first game as well. Let's be real. People.
I'm talking about since then though. He's had loads of shots that the keeper.
No, he has.
He has on some of these shots, But if he put some of these shots away, I think because I think that's part of the reason we signed him, because we needed goals elsewhere in the team and that, And he scored 15 goals for Milan last year.
He's got to start finding the back of the net, though, man, because he is getting the chances. I completely agree with you. And his ability to get into the space, but I think back and there's big chances that he's missed, man. Think about the derby, what proper 1v1. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got to be taking these chances a little bit more. But I'm not writing him off yet.
Yeah, I looked at the shot he had against Palace, and it was actually a good save. I think. You know what I
mean? Took his goal well against Fulham.
We'll see. I think he'll come good, man. I still think he's going to be a quality player for us, man, personally. But
I hope so.
Bill Snoopy says, can Semenyo play midfield? Wonder if he could do the Bernardo role, right wing in possession, centre midfield in defence. Bernardo and Cherky rotate in the game. I don't know. I think he will probably just play off the wing, bro. But he might tuck him in, like he does with Doku off the left, which I think is Doku's best position. Yeah, when you put Doku more infield, I actually don't think Doku is that great when he's out wide. I think he gets it's too difficult for him. He's got 2 players to mark. Then he's got to get a crossing on his weak foot. Yeah, I think Semenyo could be the guy who could play that job on the left, but he could also do it on the right as well. So you could have like Doku in the middle, Semenyo in the middle, Foden, and you bomb your wing backs forward or something.
Yeah, he definitely can't do the Bernardo role. But what we might see, which will help us, because I know me and you have been moaning about this the last few weeks, LB, the fact that in a lot of the games, Bernardo Silva has been drifting out to that right-hand side and kind of clogging the channel a little bit, and he's been the one providing us the width when we're in possession. You won't need to expect that from him if a man like Semenyo's in the team, will you? You won't have to, you won't see Bernardo as much dragging himself out there, because you will have Semenyo.
Play though?
Huh?
It's
like inside, isn't it? Like inside.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
In the 10, isn't it? And then you'll probably see.
But where's Foden then play?
Foden or Bernardo, or then them 3 can rotate as well. And like I say, it's not going to be Semenyo every single game, is it? But when it is, he can hold that width high and wide on the right-hand side, and you won't have to see Bernardo going out there every single time.
This is the thing, that I'm not signing Semenyo to be in my best 11. He's not in my best 11. Because my best 11 is Doku, Foden, Cherki. Yeah? But I need a player that can rotate with Doku, that can rotate with Cherki. Semenyo can play left and right. He's the most balanced shooter in the league. He
can probably give Haaland a rest in some games as well. He can probably play through the middle.
He's played through the middle as well. If you go on his stats, Semenyo stats by Bournemouth stats, I'm sure he's played like 40 games down the middle.
So there you go. If we're bringing a player into the club who could literally play all 3 of the front 3 positions.
He's played 73 games as a centre forward.
There you go, man.
25 GA and 75 games as a striker. And that'd be like backup. So that's like an emergency situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get some guy who's got 50 goals and 73 as a backup, are you? You know what I mean?
No.
So where that leaves, I don't know where that leaves Marmoush, to be honest with you, mate.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because he's probably kind of a similar mold where he can play kind of probably all 3 positions, but you don't quite know where his best one is. It's hard to nail down a position in a team if you're not an out and out like master of that position. Do you know what I'm saying? You never nail it down. You're all right to come in for a game here and there at right wing or left wing or in striker every now and again.
He was at 6.
Yeah, but if you've not got that nailed down position that you've mastered, which a lot of people say they don't really like Marmoush as a left winger. A lot of people don't really like him as a striker either. So it's hard to get someone like that into a team where you don't really know where his best position is.
What is his best position?
I'd say, fucking hell. I'd say it probably is just off the left-hand side, but kind of drifting more centrally off Haaland. Do you know what I mean? If you've got moving in from the left-hand side. I don't think he's a striker. I don't really like him off the right-hand side, but kind of from that left, similar to Foden, who drifts in from the right and kind of gets in central areas in and around Haaland. That's probably where I'd probably stick Marmoush. Drifting in, finding them central areas, running off Haaland every now and again, having a bang from outside the box. I think that's the spot. But again, it's difficult to get him in, isn't it? This would have been his chance, man.
I do like him, man, to be honest with you.
Yeah. He puts the ball in the back of the net, innit? We'll talk about those kind of mould of players. He's one of them that does put the ball in the back of the net when he gets a chance. Yeah. And this would have been the perfect opportunity now. If Doku was out for 3 weeks now and there was no AFCON, no doubt in my mind, I'd be saying every single game now, play Marmoush left wing. Cutting in on his right foot with O'Reilly overlapping. He'd play every single game.
It's crazy, bro. I remember saying it like a month ago. Yeah, I was like, yo, we need to be spamming out Marmoush because as soon as we go to AFCON, we cannot let Doku get injured. And the day he's gone to AFCON, the guy's got
he's not injured. It's fucking mad, isn't it? You can't write it,
man. Unbelievable, mate. But
well, that's where you run Nunes, man. Pull the trigger. Nunes
Well,
left wing season.
luckily it's only a 3-week injury for Doku.
Yeah.
So it's not too serious. You know what I mean?
Would you give that a go?
No, I'd run Bobb and Semenyo.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Bro, because you know why, yeah? You know why? Because if it doesn't work, it seals my opinion.
Okay. Oh, are you talking strictly Brentford?
Yeah.
Just for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then it's probably going to be Savio left wing, yeah.
But you're not open to a Nunes shout at any point over the next 3 weeks?
Nah.
Man, I see it, you know.
Got that right back spot locked off, man. I don't want to move him around.
I agree, but I just don't rate the left wingers.
Let me have Savio there for the next 3 weeks, and then I will know come January whether this guy's got what it takes. Because if he can't perform, basically Pep's just made it say, Pep's going to Savio now. Savio, mate, I need you now.
It's now or never, bro.
I need you. I need you. Are you good enough to be at Manchester City? Because Doku, who's been incredible for us this season, is injured, yeah, and I need you. So I'm going to start you every game now for the next 3 or 4 weeks. You're starting, and I need you to cook, and or just get me by. And it's kind of like, if you can do that, then maybe we'll get to January and go, oh, we'll still sign Semenyo because Bobb's leaving, but maybe Savio can be that guy next season, yeah. But if he doesn't, then I think everybody will just be like, yeah, okay, you can stay to the end of the season, and then we know, yeah, because at that point. And
to add to that and glaze and happy clap a little bit, there's no denying that in the last couple of games, even though it has been cameos mainly, Savio has actually looked a lot better. When he came on against Real Madrid and he was winning the free kicks, he should have got Rudiger sent off. He got us up the pitch well. He carried the ball.
He put a mad crossing on that right side,
free kicks, well, yeah. The only criticism was obviously the shot when he should have gone to the corner, innit? But apart from that, I thought he was great when he came on against Madrid. Same again with Palace at the weekend. Absolutely smokes the two players in the on the halfway line, through on goal, and then that's all that he's lacking, confidence in front of goal, innit? You know that he didn't fancy himself to score that chance at any point. That's why he ran so centrally and for some reason moved it onto his weaker foot, which is crazy. But obviously he did the job, got us up the pitch again, won us a penalty. So hopefully, even though they've both just been cameos, that will give him a little bit of confidence going into potentially starting the next few games.
Yeah, no, I agree. He has played all right since he's come on the last couple of games. So hopefully his confidence is built. I think his confidence was just shot, bro, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. Like, obviously, he wasn't playing well. Fans were cooking him in the stadium, apparently. You saying fans were really great. Online, he's getting rinsed. So, yeah, hopefully he can keep it up, man. I want him to do well. I still think he's a good player, man. But I just don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't know what's going to happen there.
He's still got a very, very high ceiling. It's just a shame.
Yeah.
He's literally lay face down on the floor of that room right now. The ceiling's right up in the sky, 100 meters in the air. But he's laid face down on the floor right now. But it doesn't mean he still can't get there eventually. He's just got to fucking sort his shit out, man. Sort his confidence out.
The thing is, sometimes just do the basics. Training. Have him shooting.
Shooting every day,
1v1 on Donnarumma. An hour a day after training. Say, Donnarumma.
I don't know whether on Donnarumma. I don't think that'll do his confidence any good.
Nah, maybe do it. No, because then, when he's coming up against...
Guy will save every shot, man.
Yeah, but when he's coming up against weaker goalkeepers and that,
yeah, true.
He'll be like, "Yo, this guy's a bum. I'll score against him." Yeah, so he's got to do the basics, man. Because for me, it's more the shooting. You know what I mean? Like that's the problem with him. But I don't know. I agree. I still think I think fundamentally, again, similar question that I asked about Reijnders. Do I fundamentally believe Savio is a good player? Yes, I 100% think he is a good player. 100%, yeah, but. He's lacking, which is fair because he's a 21-year-old kid. You know what I mean? He's not an old player. He's a young player who's come from Brazil. Yeah, I mean, so England, and he's obviously in this high pressure situation. But you know,
how long do you give him though, LB? If you say he's a 21-year-old kid now, I know a lot of the time that we've spoke about him and Doku in the summer and stuff like that. It was always this year and done. One of them stepped up, one of them hasn't. So if nothing improves between now and the summer, is it time up for Savio?
Okay,
your answer there?
So we signed in this situation. We've signed Semenyo in January, and Bobb's gone.
Yeah.
It all depends on, does Doku continue his form for the rest of the season, and how
Which
well
is looking like he will, based off
so let's
what
just
we've seen
assume,
so far.
I think we're at the point now where it's looking like this Doku form is now consistent performance.
You've got to call it consistent now. It's been August to December,
Yeah. So for me, I think let's assume that Doku continues this for the rest of the season. Let's assume that Semenyo comes in and performs well. Let's assume that Cherki continues his development. Unless you can get me a certified baller, unless Savio is just completely shit for the rest of the season, I probably would keep him next year. Right? But if
it's an Elise hitting your table, he's gone.
If an Elise or a top-level winger, you guys have all got the names, I'm letting him go. If he doesn't improve at all now to the rest of the season, say he just can, like that game where he played a couple of weeks ago when I think he come off the bench and was just terrible. If he plays that out for the rest of the season, he's got to go. You know what I mean? So the thing is that I said, because Doku's performing like this now, it's took the pressure off Savio a little bit. This is one of the reasons Doku and Savio were getting so much smoke last year. It's because neither of them were really playing at a top level, and we had no elite level winger. So everyone's just fucking going, the crap.
Yeah.
Doku has not only helped himself by playing well, he's actually helping low key, Savio.
Yeah, because he's not under as much pressure anymore.
He's not under as much pressure now because at least you've got one competent winger.
Yeah.
And now Cherki's come in, you've got another competent winger.
The fans aren't stressing out as much, are they?
They're not stressing out as much anymore because you've not got two wingers playing that are going to do nothing, which was what happened was basically what was happening. Now you can go, oh, you know what, Savio, if you need to take a bit of time or whatever, it's fine because Doku's cooking and Cherki's cooking. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. The thing is as well, it wouldn't surprise me if Spurs come back in for him as well, because obviously they was in for him. Maybe they'll make another move, to be honest with you. Well, but the thing is though, Tyree, that is a good point, and that is a fair point. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that Savio's never going to play under pressure at Manchester City again, innit?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's what I'm saying, he's not under pressure. What I'm saying is he's not under pressure to start week in, week out, and you need to perform week in, week out, because Doku's on the other side who's also not performing. Now, Doku's performing. If he's not there, Savio comes into the team, but he's also got Foden now, who's playing better than last year. He's got Cherki in the team as well. The thing is with Savio and Doku last year, they were under a lot of pressure because no one was playing well. You know what I mean? Foden wasn't playing well. And then the pressure just ramps up, So, let's see what happens, man. But I fundamentally do believe he is a good player, so it might come through.
Well, now's his chance.
Boys, I'm going to wrap it up. Big up to Rolo, says, back to the winger talk from before, LB, would you stick with our current wingers until the end of the season if it meant we signed Elise? I know it's hypothetical. Yeah, so, I mean, we kind of spoke about this before. For me, the way I'd play it, Rolo, I'd get rid of Bobb in January, load him out, sell him, whatever. Bring in Semenyo, and then make that decision on Savio, and therefore Elise at the end of the season. Yeah. If Savio's crap, and he's just crap now to the end of the season, you're going to have to move him on. Bring in an Elise if you want to do that. Yeah, but if Savio's
we're not going to be getting 70 million again, though, are we?
You're not going to get 70 million, correct. No. Yeah, so that's how I personally would play, and I think that's what the club are going to do. Because if you look at the rumours online, it's Bobb looks like he's going to get a loan deal, possibly to Palace. Semenyo's looking like he's going to come in, and I think they'll make that decision on Savio at the end of the season.
Yeah, man.
And then his replacement, whatever. So, yeah, man. That was a good chat. That was a good little update. With you on Pulpy, man. Make sure you guys are subbed up to Jay's channel as well, Jay Talk Sport. The link is in the description. Just go to the description, click on his name, and you can click subscribe. It literally takes you 10 seconds, man. So make sure you guys are doing that as well.
Big up, man.
I was going to do a watch along chat. I'm going to sack it off, but I'm knackered, to be honest. I need to go watch Coronation Street because it's popping off. It's popping off big time, man. You know what I mean? So I need to go watch that as well. But big up to you, bro.
Big up, man. Good to be on. Good to be back.
Yeah, man. Big up, big up. Right, sweet. I'll want to go live tomorrow in the morning. I don't know if I'll be live in the day, but obviously we've got watch along tomorrow, Brentford. So we'll see what happens. Who knows? Is Pep going to rotate heavy? We'll see, man. But yeah, big up to you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.